Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Another beautiful day here. Fall day in Virginia. I'm definitely a sun worshiper. I like it when it's sunny outside, and definitely hard in the winter days when we don't have sun. But hope you guys are well. I want to spend some time talking today about real estate, and I'll do more videos. I can do more specifically, obviously, what I've done in the past, but real estate's a great industry, and I want to use this video kind of, if folks out there are interested in real estate and what it's about. Obviously, you know, being biased, having been in it for 25 years plus, and there's so many different angles to real estate. There's so many different industries within real estate. Really, I mean, from property management to brokerage, and even that specifically in each vertical. So a property manager that manages hospitals is a different property management company that manages apartment buildings and industrial buildings and retail and restaurants. I mean, pretty much whatever your interest is, there's a real estate component to it. And for me, when I was younger and I was asking myself what I wanted to do as a job, and I always tell folks, think about the things you did when you were a kid, and you kind of did it for free, because when you were a kid, you're playing with things, you know, no one's paying you to do that. You're just kind of naturally doing what you're doing. And for me, it was being outside and building and Legos, and definitely not the video game world. I mean, my brother had a lot of video games and he enjoyed playing with them, but for me, every time I tried playing with video games, I mean, I would last a couple minutes, and then I'd really kind of lose interest in it and want to go back outside. So you want to think about what are you doing naturally? What were you doing naturally as a kid? And so for me, I knew that was a way to gravitate towards real estate, kind of the tangible aspect of real estate. And so I started in brokerage, in land brokerage. I met somebody who owned a real estate land brokerage firm, and started interning during college, and enjoyed it. Enjoyed being out, meeting people, visiting properties, walking properties. You know, as you know, I love nature, being outside, so that aspect of it. And then it grew from there. And then from brokerage went to development, and the brokerage firm that I was working with was in residential, large tracts of land for national home builders, so 100 acres, and representing the property owner for the potential sale to a home builder or developer. And this is when, you know, you kind of follow your path and what your gut feeling was telling you. And although I enjoyed brokerage, the creative part inside of me really wanted to figure out development. Wanted to see how I could maybe build that piece of land instead of just selling it. Because sometimes a broker, most of the time, you're just kind of in the middle there, connecting two parties, and then you're off to the next deal, which is fine. It's exciting. It's a great way to meet people. But I really enjoyed making the transition, and still today, I just tinkering. I call it, you know, tinkering with how to build a better, more energy efficient home using modules. And back to what I said earlier about Legos, right? I'm essentially reverting back to what I had as a kid, which is playing with Legos, except these are real life Legos that we build in a factory, and we put together on site. So if I think about what I did as a kid, I'm not too far off of it. And again, it fits my mission. It's in line with my mission in life to be of service and to provide much needed housing. You know, we call it sustainable, attainable housing communities. And that's really what IUDA Communities is focused on. You can check out our website, iuda.co, and see some of the projects that we worked on and we're working on, kind of give you an idea. But so that's been my path. And again, there's obviously a lot of details there, and I can make more videos. If you guys, you know, as this channel hopefully takes a little steam, and there's people interacting and asking questions and leaving comments, and that will kind of help me create more content and kind of go down rabbit holes. Because, you know, I'm keeping it to kind of these 10 to 15 minute videos in between everything that I've got going on, like everybody else, and until I get questions, it's kind of hard for me to talk specifically about certain things. But anyways, back to real estate in general, it's a great industry. If you're somebody who, again, likes the tangible aspect of things, you want to feel like you're part of creating something physical, you know, versus, and again, I'm not picking on the industries, but versus, you know, stock trading or just software development, which on a side note, with AI, I think there's always going to be a need for software developers, but unfortunately, I think with AI doing, and we're in the early stages, seeing what it's able to do programming wise, I think that's probably going to be less of a in-demand job. I mean, they'll be in demand always for the highly skilled senior developers to be able to manage AI, but I think entry level might be difficult. But anyways, so if you're somebody who likes that tangible aspect of real estate, start to ask yourself, what do you like? What in your everyday life, what do you enjoy? What aspects, what industries do you like? And I guarantee you there's a real estate component attached to it. And then I encourage you just to go hang out. When I say hang out, go to events, try to meet people in that industry and just talk to them and see if you like the vibe. Do you like the people that you're interacting with? Start to get a feel for it, and then just immerse yourself in it. And that's a great thing about America is that you can really pretty much start anywhere, and that's great. And you can work on something for a couple of years and still make a change, and the society's there to support you. It's a very important component of America, and I hope it stays that way. In Europe, it's not like that. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but it's a lot harder to kind of switch between things and keep experimenting and trying different things. So, take advantage of that in the U.S. that we're able, you're able to try different things and try different verticals. So, I can't encourage you enough to try, your hand at real estate. And because a lot of people in real estate, when I tell people I'm in real estate, they right away think I'm a realtor. I sell a home, because most people think of real estate as just realtors, people sell homes, but they're just multi-trillion. Actually, it's the biggest industry. GDP, of any country is real estate. It's real estate construction, right? Building the build environment. That is the biggest industry in the GDP, and so there's definitely huge opportunities there, and we need talent. Also, shameless plug for the video is recruiting future talent to the real estate industry, because we need fresh blood, fresh ideas that's continually coming into the business, right? You guys and gals that are in your late teens, early 20s, you've got the next ideas, next vision for what the built environment is going to look like, and we need your input. And so I can't encourage you enough, if it's an industry you think you might have an interest in, go and explore. And even if it's a mid-career change and you don't like what you're doing now, and you've always had a thought for real estate, just go hang out. I keep using that term, but you'd be amazed. Every time I go to an event, no matter what it is, sometimes it could be an event that is not really might not even be that directly related to what we're doing. I'm always picking up something. I'm always picking up a nugget. I'm always meeting somebody new. At least meeting several people, but there's at least one or two people that I'm really connecting with and can continue the conversation with, and I'm continue learning, because that's the goal of life, right? It's continue learning. That is the goal. Again, that's the way I see it. To be of service, continual learning, continual growth. And that's the other thing I love about real estate and what I do is it's ever changing. No two deals are the same, and we're always improving, and things are always changing, and so that makes it exciting and interesting. And I get to get out of the house and the office and go and meet different people in different places. Obviously, that's also, it helps to be a pilot. Encourage you on that as well, especially being in real estate and having your own plane to be able to go to communities that'd be hard for you to go to if you had to drive, in a day's drive, but you're able to access by plane and make a difference there and meet new people, have adventures. And that's the thing that I like a lot about real estate. And as the world, it's a different tangent and obviously a different video. I'm jumping around here, but these are important points to make. As the world kind of has this split, right? There's the virtual world and the real world. There's already people who live in the virtual world, right? In the meta. I always say there's architects, there's interior designers, there's real estate developers inside the meta that are making a living in their house, doing their job for the virtual world inside the meta, and that's great. If that fits those people's desires, then so be it. Again, so, we're a free society. But then there's a set of people like myself and maybe old school thinking, but need to be out in the physical world, in physical nature, and so. And I think, and I see it with the young high schoolers that I mentor. You know, I always assume that the majority of the next generation wanted to live in the meta. But when I talk to my students, not all of them. There's actually, I'd say it's probably split. A bunch of them are actually interested in real estate, and one, the tangible aspect of saying they want to be out and interact physically with people, and hopefully that will stay the same. And I think, again, it depends how you're wired, right? There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong to life, right? As long as you're a productive member of society, and you're not breaking laws, and you're doing your part, and you're being of service, there's no right or wrong, right? And that's another video actually that I want to make. But anyways, real estate, there's plenty of opportunities. If you have an interest in it, I encourage you to check it out. Leave the comments below, questions, like and subscribe. That helps get the message out, and appreciate you guys tuning in. Talk to you soon.